Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of double knitting today, and I have my two colors that I'd like to do. You can do double knitting with one color. It will still be 2-ply, very thick, but I think that the whole point of it is to bring out wonderful colors and textures. It is double thickness, but it's only used knit and purls. So it can seem a little bit overwhelming at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's very easy. The only annoying thing is keep making sure that both your strands of yarn are in the same place at the same time. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So get your yarn and get your needles, whatever you want. And there's tons of different ways to cast on for double knitting. I've had tons of patterns tell me it has to be Italian. I think that's a load of rubbish. I've always used long tail cast on for my double knitting. I have never once come across a problem, and I like the way the edges looked finished when it's done anyways, so much better than Italian. And it doesn't take up a lot of time either. So with however you'd like to cast on, you're going to treat both yarns as one. So however you want. Let's just get a few on here so we can see what's going on. Okay. So if you want, you can reorganize them so they're gold, blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, or however you want. But these two at the end, these two are together. And any of the colors that are the same that are touching, it doesn't matter because of the way that the stitches are worked. So we're going to choose the back side for gold, which means I'll be knitting those, and the front side for blue, so those will be the purls. So it's just the same, so we're going to purl gold, I knit gold, but the blue yarn goes with the gold wherever it goes. It's not necessarily being worked, but it follows the working yarn. So when it's blue's turn, the gold comes with it, and we purl blue. And same thing here, gold's just hanging out. They just have to go together. And back again. So that's the only really annoying thing, is you just have to watch that you're both have them in the back and just using the color that you want. Purl blue with both of yarns in front, back, both of them to the back. And double knitting is really great for pot holders, scarves, table runners, anything that you want to be thick or have no wrong side either. Okay. It's really nice for Fair Isle too, because then you get a double-sided pattern. I'll show you in just a second. These are actually way easier to fix mistakes than with brioche too, because they're all just regular knits or purls. And see how it's going to be covered up, so you'll only see the blue here. That's why it doesn't matter what colors where. Just as long as you keep both of the yarns where they're supposed to be. So like right now I have double blues, and that's totally fine, because just go ahead and purl the blues like you're supposed to, and with both the yarns in front, and then go to the back and knit this one. So that's kind of weird because it's here, but it'll squish right up, and especially if you have another pattern that's going to come up later, it's totally fine. And I'll show you with this one, almost done. So I'm doing this reindeer pattern on a Christmas motif. And so this side's red and green, and this side's green and red. And when these are together, the same colors like this, it's still, you can't tell at all when it's done. Because when you stretch it out, you can see it. But that's it. So it's really easy. And for casting off, just treat them like they're the same, and it's not that difficult. So we'll do one row here. So according to my chart, and as always for anything that's two-sided, I always slip the first, and then in this case knit two together in the back. So green on green, red. And it's a little tricky how you finally decide to keep your hands together, but once you get it, it's a lot easier to go faster. So here, I'm gonna knit this one green, purl this one red, so that's the same stitch on the same side. And here, I'm going to knit the green that was the red, and purl the green. So we get a stitch of a different color to fill in for the motif that way. So that's how you use the opposite color work to get the opposite view.